Something's been hidden from you, not by accident, by design. And deep inside, I think part of you know that. I think deep inside, everybody knows that. You're not just a body. You are not just a consumer, a taxpayer, a voter, a number in the system. You are a conscious being with extraordinary depth, divineness. You carry the same awareness that built the pyramids, encoded the stars into stone, navigated the cosmos long before history was even allowed to begin. You're divine, and have spent thousands of years making sure that you forget it. Reality moves in great cycles, okay? Civilizations rise, remember who they are, then the knowledge gets buried, and then humanity falls asleep again. Cycles, cycles. History repeats itself. Every ancient civilization understood this. The Mayans mapped it. The Egyptians encoded it into their architecture. The Vedic traditions called it the Yugas. These weren't myths. They were warnings and instructions left by people who had seen the cycle before, and they wanted to make sure that someday we would recognize at the moment it would turn. And that moment is right now. Okay? Before recorded history, an advanced civilization existed. All right? They possessed real technology. They lived alongside other intelligences, and then it was erased. The Anunnaki was here with Greys and other intelligent entities. They lived on Earth with humans. They changed our DNA. The Toltec records were burned. The Library of Alexandria was destroyed. The Gospels containing what Jesus actually taught were banned and buried for centuries. History was rewritten by those who needed small, divided, and distracted. And they changed everything, the calendar, everything, just so we couldn't remember who we are. And still to this day, they're doing it. And now it's our time to freaking change, all right? The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the intelligence networks, the financial systems, these aren't separate institutions. They're branches of the same root. They're a control structure that operated across humanity for thousands of years through different names, different faces, but they all have the same goal: to keep humanity from remembering who it truly is. The Epstein network was not arbitration. It was a glimpse of how power actually works when the curtain slips. We are not alone. We were never alone. And in the beings our ancestors carved into the temples, the sphinxes, the sacred walls, they're returning. They're coming back. Ancient civilizations did not invent these beings. They depicted them because they were real. Intelligence from other dimensions, other timelines, even perhaps ourselves from a different point in the great cycle. The deal made in the shadows after Roswell, the secret agreements of the Majestic 12, the suppressed technology, the traded knowledge, those were arrangements, and they were only for a certain amount of time. And that time is over. It's collapsing. It's going to be 80 years since Roswell on July 8th, 2027. All right? The new age is forcing its way through. Three-Eye Atlas was not a comet. It was a signal, and they know it. We all know it. That's why they're hiding it from us. And people felt it. They tuned in, and all of a sudden they classify it and don't talk about it. But I'm telling you that Sophie's coming back. The divine feminine, suppressed, demonized, and erased by the patriarchal system and served the control structure, she's rising again. She appeared to Bledsoe, Chris Bledsoe, all right? She appeared to him, and she appears in the banned Gospels. She's the force, the mystic tradition pointed under different names: Isis, Hathor, the Holy Spirit. She's not a metaphor. She's the balancing intelligence of the cosmos. Sophia means wisdom. She was an aeon from straight from the monad, but she tried to create by herself without her male partner, and she created the demiurge, which created this earth and this physical realm. All right? Consciousness is not just shifting. It's being called back home. All right? The war was never fought with weapons. It has always been fought with your attention, your frequency, your awareness. These distractions are not accidents. The endless news cycle, manufactured outrage, the addictions, the divisions, these are symptoms of a system. all right? A frequency fence. They keep people reactive, fearful, fragmented. They never will accept a deeper consciousness that would set them free. But here's the truth that they can't suppress forever. Consciousness is not passive. It is the most powerful force in this reality. And when enough people's consciousness shifts, it'll wake everybody up. It'll tune everybody in. They're going to choose love over fear. Everything changes, not metaphorically, literally, physically, the field shifts. This is why they're afraid of us awakening. Not because of people will know, because of what people will become. And here's the call. You're not here by accident. Something in you already knew there was more. Not knowing that this is not, knowing that this is not a delusion. This is real. This is a recollection. Remember who you are. You are a divine being, created in God's image, all right? You have a divine consciousness. You are having a human experience, all right? You're God having a human experience. We are all God having a human experience, okay? You're connected to something that's very vast and loving, and it's been working, even through the very suppression, even through the darkest times, even through this time. But it's going to bring yourself back, all right? The cycle is returning. The signal has come, and you felt it, which means you are one of the ones who were meant to. Focus on awareness. Choose love. Wake others up. Do it gently. Everything changes when everybody remembers. This is the thing. This is the key that they want us to not remember. Consciousness works like this. The more people that believe in something, the more people who feel something, the actual consciousness changes. It actually manifests into reality. This is how it works. It is so deep, but it's so easy once you get it. Once it clicks in your head, the downloads will just come to you because it's consciousness. It's there. Your brain is a receiver. Your brain is a transmitter and a receiver, and your pineal gland, that's the main key. Once that pineal gland opens, you see everything. You don't even need your eyeballs. You see everything. And you know everything. And this is where my story is going to end. But I do have a class on school called the Resonant Mind Academy. And if you are interested in joining, please join. I'm going to make some videos on YouTube. I'm here to help. And that's all I want is questions. I'll answer your questions. Give me some likes. Subscribe. Do whatever you want to do. But I'm here to help. And I hope you guys listen. And I hope you guys understand that this is all it's about. We got to be one together on the good side. We got to stop this bad crap from happening. I mean, we all know who the devil is. The devil's not a person. The devil is a title. Remember that. And we are living in a time of change. And we chose to come here at this time for this particular reason. We are the change. We are going to become the change. We've been lied to for too long. And it's enough. Enough is enough. Remember, enough is enough. And fuck the government if they have any problems with that.